4 men are shoved into the dust, exiled by their master because of their chaotic and persistent incompetence. But as they pick themselves up, they don't feel shame. Instead, they rationalize the disaster, convincing themselves they were let go for being employees of the year and assuming the master was simply too emotional to give them their trophy in person. This highlights the core danger of their mindset. They are entirely oblivious to their own lack of skill, mistaking their ignorance for a secret, profound expertise that the rest of the world hasn't yet discovered. When incompetence is paired with absolute certainty, it creates a vacuum. People in this state will confidently attempt complex tasks they have no business doing, oblivious to the risks involved. This false confidence is put to the test when the brothers find a villager weeping over a sick bull. Without a second of hesitation, they claim to possess divine, unseen knowledge that can cure any ailment. Their solution is as absurd as it is fatal. They attempt to cure the animal by forcefully submerging its head in a massive vat of mustard oil, claiming this will activate the bull's internal anti-sleep mode. The bull dies almost instantly. In response, the furious villagers beat the brothers, tie them with ropes, and abandon them in the middle of a barren jungle. The violence and public shaming physically restrain them, but it fails to change their perspective. Their delusion remains intact because the root psychological cause hasn't been addressed. While they are tied up, a wise dervish finds them and listens to their complaints. They tell him the world is simply too jealous to handle their brilliance. The dervish recognizes the problem immediately. As frogs in a well, their echo chamber ensures every bad idea is validated and amplified. Here, the worst ideas survive without external friction. To save themselves, they must separate along 4 distinct paths. Forced isolation is the only way to shatter the echo chamber. By facing objective reality without their peers to back them up, they are forced to see their limitations for the first time. On the mountain, the first brother realizes playing the flute isn't a magical gift. It requires the grueling, unglamorous work of tending sheep. In the desert, the second brother learns water isn't found through intuition, but through collective digging. He realizes empty bottles make the most noise. At the river, the third brother's attempt to scam fishermen backfires. He is beaten and forced to flee, leaving his shoes behind as a reminder of his failed deception. Deep in the forest, the fourth brother demands to be entertained by a starving old woman. Her response is a story so honest and sharp that it leaves him speechless and ashamed. Eventually, the brothers reunite under the dervish's tree. The arrogance is gone. They admit that their previous expertise was just a series of accidents, and that genuine skill requires daily effort. They finally understand the difference between unearned confidence validated by a group and the quiet humility that only comes from individual failure. Having learned the value of real work, the brothers track down a local man named Ramzan Khan. They return a horse that had been lost, seeking no reward or recognition for the act. On their way home, they encounter their former master. They expect him to mock their previous failures, or perhaps exile them once again. Instead, the master steps down and apologizes. He takes them back not as disposable labor, but as students he is committed to mentoring. Wisdom is a communal responsibility. Before a society condemns someone as a fool, the leaders must first ask if they have actually done the hard work of teaching them.